Okay, so the final skill is adaptive denial. So this skill involves basically tricking your brain into thinking that it really doesn't want to do the addictive behaviour, or that the behaviour is an absolute impossibility. So you can do this in a range of different ways. One way that a stellar therapist, DBT therapist that I know did it was when giving up smoking. So she was a 3-pack-a-day smoker. She had to give up. She was told that if she didn't, she would be likely dead within a year. And she basically, the prompting event for lighting up was stubbing out her last cigarette. That's how ingrained and high frequency the behaviour was. So this is going to be hard to do. And it's not like she could go back to social smoking, because there's a ton of evidence to show that if you give up smoking and then you start again, you go back to the level that you were at. So she had to give it up. So she used all of these skills, and she also used adaptive denial. And what she was doing was she was trying to reinforce herself for basically having an urge and resisting it. And, you know, for her to have an urge, and she was used to just lighting up, so all she had to do was resist it for 3 seconds, and then she could reward herself. And what she did was tell herself that she didn't want to light up, actually. That what she really wanted to do was give herself a dime. And so she had 2 jars. One jar was her jar of dimes, like her storage jar of dimes, and the other jar was the jar that she used to reward herself for not smoking, for experiencing urges and not lighting up immediately. And so when an urge hit, what she would do was be like, I need a dime. Oh my gosh, I need a dime. Wait, I just need a dime. I need a dime. Oh my gosh, hang on, wait. And even in a meeting, she'd be like, wait, hang on. And she'd like rustle around in her bag, find the jar, scoop it out, open it up, and then get the other jar. And with great drama, she'd put her dime in. And oh, phew, that's much better. Oh, where were we? And this, interestingly enough, was quite an important component of her quitting smoking campaign. Now, it can't be the only thing, because basically when you are denying or suppressing an urge, you are essentially, like, suppressing is a time-limited strategy. If you just suppress as opposed to acknowledge the urge and surf it, ultimately it's going to be, over the long run, it's going to increase the desire to have that urge. So you've got to mix this one up with all the other strategies, and it can be useful. So you can say to yourself, that just doesn't work anymore. Like, let's say that you were acting on self-harm urges. You can just tell yourself it doesn't work anymore. I'm not going to feel any better, so there's no point in doing it. You can trick your brain into saying things like, I'll do it tomorrow. And given that we never, ever experience tomorrow, tomorrow never comes. It's like, kind of like the AA adage of just for today. I'll use tomorrow. Or I ain't got no time for that. That was something that another person I worked with would say, oh, I don't have no time for that. Kind of putting it off for for a time that happens sometime in the future. You can also tell yourself that you could act on the urge on your, at the end of your life. You could go back to engaging in the addictive behaviour. And so just putting it off. The critical piece with this is, don't replace craving for one addictive behaviour with craving for another addictive behaviour, or replace it with a behaviour that's actually harmful or destructive in itself. So don't say to yourself, I need a drink, so no, I don't need a drink, I need to smoke. That's just not going to work. That's replacing one with another. This is a skill that's best used in tandem or in all together with others, and it is effective. So these are the substance use skills. I hope you give them a shot, regardless of whether you think that you've got an addictive behaviour or not. And here's the homework that goes with them. So it's DT35, and this is the handout. And as you'll see, you've got the skills listed along here: urge surfing, alternate rebellion, and adaptive denial. And then the expectation is that you're going to be doing these 3 times over the course of between now and the time that your homework is reviewed. And similarly to the other skills that we've used with the worksheets that we've used with homework, you're going to be noting down the prompting event Don't wait for something tough to happen in order to do the skill. The expectation is that you practice this stuff whether you're struggling or not. And then you note down how much time passed, your distress tolerance, your emotions, and then just a little conclusion about the skills practice. I hope you try these out. They're most effective when they become second nature, and that's why we're asking you to practice them 3 times this week. All right, take care. I'll be chatting with you later, and thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.